Welcome back to another cube draft. This time we're changing it up a little bit. We're playing My Cube. We try to play My Cube on Sundays now to be a little bit more consistent. So that's what we're doing. I don't know if this is going to come out in between the Powered Cube on Arena or if I'm going to wait till after. We'll see. But if you see this in between those videos, then you figured out the answer. Good job. So, for those of you that don't know, this is a cube that I compiled of cards that are on the Arena client that you can craft. So cards like Oko are on there, obviously, as you can see. However, cards like the actual Power 9, Dual Lands, etc. are not. So that's the big differences. It tends to be a more mid-range style cube, which a lot of people prefer. Some of the drafters that we're drafting with prefer mid-range piles over like powered piles anyway, so it works out. Here I'm going to obviously take this Oko with about 15 seconds left. I wouldn't mind this Birds of Paradise wheeling, and I also would love this Flame Slash. So, but Oko is just absolutely fantastic, especially in this cube, so we're going to take it. Now we have a Misty Rainforest. Yeah, nothing else in here I'm super excited about. There is an artifact sub-theme in the cube, because if you know me at all, I absolutely love Tolarian Academy decks. Tolarian Academy is another card that's not craftable on Arena yet, but maybe someday. With that said, I am just going to slam this Misty Rainforest and move on. I could take this Tursa. I'm a big fan of it as well, but I don't want to go into 3 colors quite yet. Although I do really like Tursa, I don't think that they're powerful enough to make me want to play 3 colors, 3 picks in, if I can avoid it. Entomb, that's a new card to Arena, which is really nice. I'm probably not going to take it here, but let's see. There's Stock Up if I want another 3-drop. Ocelot Pride if I wanted to go Bant. There's Ignoble Hierarch. I did say I'd be happy with a Wheel of... sorry, Birds of Paradise. I don't know where I'm getting wheel. Oh, Birds of Paradise Wheeling. That's what I was trying to say. There we go. With that said, this doesn't make blue, so it would just basically be a mono right now. Ketria Triumph is our... I'm sorry, I said is as if I took Tursa. If I took Tursa, Ketria Triumph would be our Triumph. There's a Brainstorm and a Preordain in this pack. I think I'd rather just take Stock Up and go from there. Okay, well, we are kind of done on the big blue draw things right now. I think I want some lower drop cards. With that said, our options are not great. So maybe I just hate draft this Ugin. I mean, I can still play the Ugin, obviously, but Volga Vault's fine. For those of you that don't know, you just manifest X times, and then you put that many counters on them. It can get very big. It also mills things into your yard. This pack is not exciting. I'm just gonna for me, I'm gonna take this Ugin. I doubt we play it, but who knows? Control Magic. That is a card I'm usually a big fan of. Especially if your opponent taps out 4 or 5 mana to play a big threat and then you can just steal it. That's a huge tempo swing. And I really don't want to play a Coalition Relic here. Maybe on the wheel if it wheels, but I'm just going to take the Control Magic. It also helps dry up blue a little bit. Okay, if I want green to be more of a thing, like if I don't want to splash this Oko, basically, Questing Beast is a good one. Pentad Prism can help ramp us into either a Questing Beast or an Ugin. I could also just take a Boseiju, but Questing Beast is just so good. This is going to be a wild one. I'm going to take the Questing Beast. Okay, I'm not interested in Show and Tell or Arena or Titan. I guess I'm just going to take the Steam Vents, honestly. That does turn Misty into a Rugland if we get some of those sweet red cards back on the wheel. Okay, Botanical Sanctum. I was looking at this bauble, but Botanical Sanctum helps cast both of our colors right now. We're just going to snap that up. Okay, we're back to our original pack. I guess I take Worn Power Stone. We don't have any artifact synergies yet, so the Seed of the Synod doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. This does turn Misty into white, but I'd rather take the Worn Power Stone in case we have the upside of playing something like Ugin. Okay, Birds of Paradise did not wheel. I'm sorry, no, Birds of Paradise was in the opening pack. I apologize. So that means there's another blue draft or another green drafter. So we do need to be mindful of that, which means one of my favorite cards, like Sentinel, may not come very late. I want to take the Haywire Might. I don't think the red cards are good enough for me to want to take right now. There's Ketria Triome. I mean, that's a blue-green land at worst. Terminal Velocity is not necessarily what we're trying to do. I want to take the Bone Shards, just so people can't have... They have a harder time killing my Oko. Knight of Autumn, Nexus of Becoming, Interpreter. I really don't think we're going to get value out of the Nexus, so I'm just going to take Interpreter. It is double red. We could play it, in theory. You know what? Pentad, sorry. Eternal Witness is not a 0. Show and Tell is pretty close to 0, though. Well, there's a Zurin Orb to go with a Titania. One of my favorite cards. Not that we have Titania, so... With that said, what do we want here? Shelldock is a way we could play Ugin if we wanted to go that route. It's also a Burrogoy, which I do think is among... If this was Powered Cube, this would be a little bit different from what I'm about to say. But in this current edition of the cube, I do think Barrogoyf is probably the most powerful card here. With that said, Asika's Chariot's also really good, and we don't have to try to find a bunch of black sources out of nowhere to play it. I can also just snipe this Zurin Orb. I don't think that's good, though. So, yeah, I guess we're going to take Asika's Chariot. I'm not too excited about that pick, but that's the world we live in. Ancient Tomb is a card I can get behind, especially after just taking an Asika's Chariot. Mystical Tutor could be nice. There's no Tinker on Arena yet that you can craft, so it's like I've used it in my cube for like Upheaval and those type of cards. Yeah, I think I like the Ancient Tomb better than the Primeval Titan, and I don't really want Mystical Tutor. Bristly Bill's fine too, but I don't have ooh. To finish what I was saying, I don't have I don't appear to be an aggressive deck, and I'd rather have a card that can take over a game after a removal spell, basically. So, okay, so there's Marsh Flats, which we can't use. The Noble Hierarch I'm super excited about, as it taps for blue and green. Sylvan Safekeeper is nice if we had a Titania. Of course we don't. Starting Town is also nice, but we're going to take this Noble Hierarch. Maybe the Deathrite Shaman Wheels, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Generous Ent gets... Okay, it does get both of our colors because we have the Triome. So I am going to go ahead and take that then. Oh, there's a channel. Yeah. I'll take channel for the upside. I wish we had that Mystical Tutor now. Maybe we'll get a Eldrazi in the last pack. Or two, maybe. Okay, we have enough red sources. I think Questing Druid is actually good enough. Just as like a draw engine. There's also Stage Depth combo. Obviously we don't have depth, so I'm just saying that for the viewers that haven't seen this cube before. Power Kinesis is also great, but right now, let's be honest, it's a 6-drop, so let's just take the 2-drop. Okay, Stern Scolding can be nice. Also, we're playing in a pod, if that wasn't obvious, so everything I take, like if I take away cards, like when I said the Bone Shards thing for Oko, it means no one's going to have this Bone Shards, which is great. Yeah, I think Stern Scolding for me is going to be better than Planisphere, although Planisphere is a very powerful card. Ooh, Malevolent Rumble is my first knee-jerk take, and after rereading everything, I'm going to still take Malevolent Rumble. Town Greeter helps us find lands and fills the yard. We don't necessarily need to fill the yard at the moment. There's also Aether Spellbomb. But if we can get like an Uro, Town Greeter will be fantastic, so let's do that. Notably, the Zurin Orb did wheel, so I don't think Titania was open. I mean, yeah, I guess I'll take the Primeval Titan. I'm not excited about it, though. Okay, I was going to say, Gobin wouldn't be bad, but I'm going to take the Sylvan Safekeeper on the upside that we get a Titania, since no one took the Zurin Orb. I'm just going to take the Safekeeper. Yeah, I'll take Image. Image can have a lot of play. Not interested in that. I guess I'll take the Sowing, but I'm probably not going to play it. I don't have like, besides mana fixing, I don't have great lands that would want me to play that currently. I just have better 4-drops. I love sowing Mega Spawn like in my Vintage Cube, but in my Vintage Cube I kind of go out of my way to make sure that there's a lot of. It's not even necessarily out of my way. I just play like other really good colorless lands. Like something I noticed that's like not in the Arena Cube is City of Traders, and I think City of Traders would be a great way to make sowing Mega Spawn better. Of course, there's other options too at the colorless land slots. Also, I think Mind Stone's on the cube. I don't remember that one specifically, but Mind Stone's another way that's really nice. Obviously, all the talismans are also really good for that. Ooh, okay. Loot is a great way or a great reason to be in Rug. However, I don't know how many other Rug drafters there's going to be. And Ambassador, we only have one fetch land is the problem. But if you don't know, Ambassador says landfall, a random land in your deck perpetually gains whenever this land becomes tapped, draw a card. And that can be very strong, especially if we have multiple fetch lands. But is it worth giving up loot in case there is another Rug drafter? I really don't think there's going to be another Rug drafter. And we're seeing this pack first. I definitely think Agent Morphine's going to go. Consult's probably going to go. Mossborn Hydra's probably going to go, unfortunately. Mossborn Hydra might be what we're supposed to be taking, but I'm going to take Ambassador. We don't even have... Oh, no. Wait, why is this in the 2-drop then? That tricked me. Okay, Emrakul. There's also Natural Order, which is very, very unfortunate. I guess there's 2 Emrakuls. There's 2 Emrakuls. What are the chances of both of them being taken? And what am I natural ordering into? Titan? For now. The other Titan's gone, the 7-mana Titan. And I have a couple green creatures, but not much. I think these are both equally powerful. Obviously, Emrakul's a little bit better. Because there's literally 2 Emrakuls in this pack, I'm going to take the natural order and have the higher upside. Well, this is unfortunate. We can also channel this Ugin. I guess I'm going to take Ugin for that exact reason. We did just pass on an Emrakul, and it's not guaranteed to wheel. Yavimaya wouldn't be terrible. Also, Enduring Curiosity could be very strong as well, but I want to take the Ugin. It's hard to lose to cards that you draft. Okay, Raphalos might be insane. We don't even have a red card yet because I didn't take the loot, so the Stomping Ground doesn't seem fantastic for us. I want to take the loot, or the loot, the Raphalos. Oh, Delighted Halfling. That is a thing we can natural order out of. I do like Sentinel as well. Sentinel I think is a very strong card, but Delighted Halfling into Uncounterable Oko anyone? Yes, please. Crop Rotation. What does that do? Fixes us. Doesn't seem great. We have Tarmogoyf as an option. And then other than that, it's Spell Snare. I'm gonna take Tarmogoyf. It's another way we can abuse the natural order, and at this point, that's really all I want. Okay, there's an Omnath. We could play it, but I don't think we have enough fetches to make it worth my while, because we have 2 green-white sources in the sideboard. I guess it's Isotol, but I don't even know if I want Isotol. I really don't. I don't have a way to abuse it at all. It's just a green 4-drop creature. I guess Omnath in that regard would be a little bit better, but I don't know. I could also just take this Sir Ginger. But I don't have a lot of artifacts to abuse with that either. I guess I'm just gonna take this Isotol. I'm not happy about it though. Okay, so here it's equipment, which I'm not a huge fan of because often they can get trapped in your hand if your opponent, or not in your hand, but just not being able to be used because if your opponent has removal spell or something. It's also a 5-mana play. You don't have to do it all at once, of course, but it's a lot. I think I'd rather just have Memory Lapse. Okay, the loot did come back around like I predicted. That is nice. I'm surprised Consult came back around, but we have these free red sources. I'm going to play loot. Plus, I can always use loot and then get rid of it. Okay, so someone did take the Emrakul, probably as a hate draft, or there's a sneak attack drafter. With that said, I do have two Ugins to channel now. I don't know if I want a third one, but this one kind of is kind of like Tarmogoyf where creature types matter. But there's also just an Uroboroid. It can just get huge. But I'm just going to make sure that... Oh, okay. We'll take this land. I'm just going to make sure that if we... I guess I'll take that too. If we see channel, that we're just going to get to abuse it. I don't know if that's good, but I'll take it. This is fixing, I guess, but I don't know if I'm keeping that in. I need to edit my deck a little bit before we move on. All right, and Sir Ginger did make it into the deck. I'll see you in the deck tech. All right, so this is what I ended up putting together. I do have some concerns. I really want my my Rafellos to be like as good as possible. If I can turn 3 Titan or turn 4 an Ugin, I think that's gonna be the best route to victory. However, I wanted to play stock up in Memory Lapse and obviously Oko, right? So I did kind of concede a little bit. I put a bunch of extra basics in just in case too. Like I don't think I can reliably cast Control Magic and have as many forests as I currently have, which is 8 and 2 right now is my count. Luckily, I have the Misty, the Ketria, the Botanical, and the Steam Vents, and technically also the Generous Ent, even though it doesn't get untapped blue. So I think that's enough for stock up or memory lapse, keeping in mind that I also have Noble Hierarch. Delighted Halfling also, while we're at it, does cast Oko, so that's a third of a blue. Or I guess it's roughly half because the loot it also casts. So that is nice. It also makes red for loot. But anyways, so I'm not playing those for the same reason. I'm not going to play Stern Scolding in the main. I don't know if I'm going to reliably be able to cast it on turn 1 or turn 2 when it's at its best. So I'll board it in if they have like a lot of things. Like this is really good at killing bombardiers or gut. I say killing, countering obviously. But unless our opponent's like one of those style decks, I probably won't bring this in. So the natural order ended up not panning out. I knew the Titan. I can't remember the 7-drop Titan that makes tokens and gains life and everything else, but I still think it's worth 4 mana plus sack a creature for a loot. I'm basically going to use this as a tutor, or a Primeval Titan if I have one of the other big things. So hopefully I can just draw channel and then resolve one of these large effects. That would be great. Um, that's basically what I'm trying to do. So, one more thing I'm going to note too: Tarmogoyf and Emrakul really care about cards in my graveyard. Tarmogoyf obviously cares about cards in their graveyard as well. So I am glad I picked up that Town Greeter, and I would have taken it anyways because I did mention Malevolent Rumble before. During the draft, but these both help enable the Tarmogoyf and the Emrakul, and Malevolent Rumble can even find the Emrakul. So hopefully those cards really pull their weight filling up my yard, and I hope I get to show off this Ambassador. I absolutely love Ambassador. I'm afraid that since I only have one fetch land though, unless I get really lucky and just natural land drop and then happen to draw the land that it perpetuates. Um, I I don't know. We'll see. I really hope I can show this off because if you can make this work, especially with fetch lands, because you have a chance to hit a fetchable land with its ability, and then thus you just get the land immediately. It's really good. Like if people that think like Library of Alexandria is strong, imagine just draw a card no matter what, basically, and you can still get the mana. That's how this card operates at least. So yeah, we'll see you in round 1. All right. Unfortunately, we're only playing with 7 today, and I got the round 1 bye. So this is technically round 2, but I'm gonna hope that I can play at least one more round, and then maybe even a round after that if anyone else wants to play after we're done with the Swiss. Um, well, this is a problem with not having a bunch of islands in our deck, but I don't think I can keep in this hand anyways. Like if one of these was Ancient Tomb, I assuredly would, but not doing it. So let's mulligan. Generous Ent gets a blue source, so we're going to keep. Also, a channel off the top makes the Emrakul better. I don't know what Salim is on, so I don't know if Haywire Might's going to be good. And I'd rather play these two than the Haywire Might, but only channel rewards me for the Emrakul. And I have other things defined with channel, so The last time I made that play, I top decked the channel and was very sad. So I'm going to hope to not repeat that here. It's situations like this, I kind of want to put Stifle in the cube, but I feel like Stifle is just such a hateful and not fun card when that happens, so I typically don't. All right, I don't think I have untapped. Yeah, the breeding pool was in my powered cube draft. Hopefully they don't have wasteland or strip mine. Let's run out the haywire in case that's relevant. This also gives us a little bit of knowledge because they might have had a counterspell. If they want to counter the ambassador, that's fine. I think I actually value the Goyf more in this. Yep, that's fine. I'm just glad that the auto tapper kind of tapped them wrong. Now, I don't know if I should be blowing up this talisman. I think it's very greedy to do that, so I'm just not. A play I could have had, like if I wanted to play the Tarmogoyf, was play the land first. Ooh, okay. Yep. Play the land first and then exile the Mana Leak. Sorry, just thinking. Yep, alright. To my turn, we have a Sanctum now. This is a 3/4. This kind of keeps it at bay. Let's do that. And I think at this point I am interested in blowing this up. Because they didn't play a land. So now they need like a path or I guess a snuff out would do it too. Swords, etc. I was going to say path or swords, but snuff out does do it. And I guess so does fatal push and such. Okay, that's good news for us. Oh. Well, I guess Primeval Titan's kind of our target, so I guess that's probably not going to happen. Let's see if Chariot resolves. Oh, it does. Okay. That makes me happy. Hopefully Salim doesn't play Damnation, but if he does, then at least it's going to tap him out, kill his Jewel Mine, and also leave up us to be able to Primeval Titan. Oh, Bribery? Oh, no. Well, they're going to get Emrakul. That's not good. And they're going to see our whole deck. At least we don't have the 15-15, or the, yeah, 15-15 Emrakul. They only have the 13-13 Emrakul. So let's top deck Oko. Nick Price, if I'm truly as lucky as you say I am, my next draw will be Oko. That was not an Oko. Let's try to find an Oko. Did not find an Oko. So I was going to play Noble Hierarch, but now I actually want to leave up questing. Bribery is so good against us, unfortunately. Yep. I love Jewel Mine Overseer so much. It's one of my favorite cards in the cube. Alright, well that's not good for us. Really? Okay. I don't know why I'm doing that. I just felt like it, I guess. Alright, let's find Oko. Not an Oko yet. Still not an Oko. Yeah, this is not an artifact, unfortunately. Doesn't have reach, doesn't have reach, doesn't have reach. None of this has reach. Let's just natural order away this cat for the walls. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, yeah, I'm not missing anything. All right. Good game. I'll see you in the second game, I guess. But all right. Okay, we have a control magic. We can take Stern Scolding. I don't think I want. I don't really want any of this else. So against bribery, I'm definitely not playing the Emrakul. I don't even know if I want the Titan. Hmm. Because so I would cut the Titan, but like I don't want to cut Titan and loot. Because I think loot is also a fine bribery target or natural order target. Or shoot, bribery target. I said it right the first time. Um, yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep it like that. Plus, it still gives me 2 natural order targets. Now I'm using this basically as a tutor since we didn't get a Traxa, and we already passed on the 7 mana Titan. Um, in the first pack before we saw this natural order, I believe in pack 3, if memory serves correct. But yeah, they can't bribery all these Ugins, so I'm just gonna hope to Rafellos or channel into these Ugins and go from there. That's my plan. And we will be on the play, so maybe we'll see a Rafellos. That would be nice. So we didn't top deck the channel there. That made me regret it, but putting back the Emrakul just for them to bribery us did, in my opinion, lose us the game. Alright, play first. We do have an Ugin. We have all of our mana, and we even have turn 3 Questing Beast, so yeah, let's do it. I guess we'd turn 3 Asika's Chariot first, probably. We did end up with basically just enough real playables, so that's also nice. Okay. Salim playing the 5-color special. Like, oh. Yeah, we'll do this now. There is Force of Negation, but we're going to do this now because why not? And I'm going to cycle this now and just draw a card, see what else we hit. Okay, memory lapse. We have Island off the Misty, so that's fine. And I think we also took a Stomping Ground, so we could technically have red. Sure. Alright, let's draw a card, and then next turn we can cast the other Ugins if we want them. I do want to hit the Talisman, but I'd rather leave up Island for Memory Lapse so we can just Time Walk them and then cast some Ugins. And again, Slim saw our deck, so like he saw the Memory Lapse. Alright, good game. Also, I didn't see the Stomping Ground there, so maybe I didn't take the Stomping Ground. Okay, I guess I didn't take the Stomping Ground. I'm really bad about that. All right, I had Steam Vents. I should have got Steam Vents there. It was wrong for me to get Basic Island. I should have gotten the Steam Vents. That's on me. Um, okay, so that play ended up working a lot better. I guess we should talk about top decking channel a lot more. Maybe it'll happen more. All right, we'll go for a reasonable turn 3 natural order for Primeval Titan. How about that? It's not going to necessarily win us the game, but I'm not going to complain if that's our hand, which it is not. Is turn 2 0-1 Goyf good enough? Probably not. Uh, Potential turn 3 Primeval Titan seems good enough. We're going to keep 6. I'm going to put back the Haywire Might I don't want them to bribery us and hit loot or Primeval Titan. I think bribery is, so far from what we've seen, is the biggest way we lose, or at least the fastest. Of course, I don't know what Salim is playing. Like, I don't know his deck. I did not see very many cards, but we know he has Undercity Sewers and Sacred Foundry, so it's definitely a pile. Okay, that did hit us our other land. I'm going to assume our thing is not going to resolve. I'm just going to play a fetch land. This seems like a mana leak to me, or even worse, a mana drain. Okay. Now, it still could have been one of those two things. Yep, there's the Sacred Foundry I just mentioned. I do like these arts. These arts are really nice. And thankfully they don't have Tashana's hideous, or Tashana's Tidebinder or whatever in them, so it's also good. This is another forest for the Rafellos. And again, I'm sensing mana leak, so I'm just gonna play the Ambassador. Because next turn we can potentially Goyf and Rafellos. Okay, so it was a counterspell. Yeah, this card is sweet if you can get it off. Yep, another counterspell probably. Let's play the Tarmogoyf first. Because we can play the Rafellos the following turn, protected with the Delighted Halfling, or loot if we draw a land, an untapped land specifically. Okay. Don't have Daze? Oh, no, I don't think... No, Daze isn't on the client yet. Not craftable, so... I'm used to the powered cube, forgive me. Do they have a removal for the Tarmogoyf, so that's why they let it resolve? Okay. Well, at least we have that nice F6 value. It's also nice knowing that if they bribery us, they're getting a 4-drop at best. Oh, that's annoying. That's tough. I guess it's the... I think it's the Titan. Because another forest makes Ugin if we untap with Rafellos. And loot is obviously... We can cast loot decently easy. Moving forward. Okay, this not being able to get a red source is actually really annoying now, because loot is one land away from being cast. Unfortunately. Okay. Yep, that's unfortunate. So we need to top deck Island or Steam Vents. And we already have Misty Rainforest in the yard. Yeah. I'm just going to attack. We're currently doing more damage than receiving, although it does make channel worse by trading back and forth. Yep. Alright, untap Island. Dang. Alright, well now I regret choosing the Primeval Titan over the loot. We are winning this race, but Salim is definitely advantaged. One, they have more cards than us. Their threat can get bigger, and lastly, I am assuming that they have more removal in their deck where we do not, so we have to kind of win with what we can cast. Yeah, getting rid of that Delighted Halfling, I don't think Salim knew how good it actually was. Like, obviously it's good, but it's even better. Wow. And even if we kill this, we're... Oh, okay, well, at least there's the channel. That's nice. So we need to -3 this. And this is colorless. I guess, am I bolting here? I think I like Bolt better. If they Sheoldred's Edict me, I'm going to be so mad. Okay, well, they didn't have it, otherwise they would have cast it. So unless they just drew it. And if they don't equip here, I'm going to be kind of... Oh, no. I should have just exiled. Oh, I'm surprised they didn't equip. Maybe that means they have a counter spell, but I don't know. If they had a hard counter, they would have Ugin, or countered the Ugin. That's not good. Neither is that draw. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to just exile and take the 2. Yeah, good game, Salim. Good game. So yeah, this game our mana base hurt us. Obviously we have a loot in play somewhere here if not, but the loot would have died to the tribal flames on the untap or whatever. So I'm just gonna show him the loot so he sees all the cards. But yeah, that was a good game. Unfortunately, like I said, our mana base did get it, but I think we would have lost anyways. Honestly, just because of the tribal flames killing the loot, I would have played it when we could have tapped out. So I wouldn't have been able to get one of the abilities off before I assume it would have died. So either way, I'll see you around 3. All right, welcome to round 3 technically, although this is the second order. I did have a bye round 1. I said second order, second video. Sorry, second whatever you want to call it. All right. Well, this is really awkward. Opponent goes first, and I only have 1 land, but I have 2 mana dorks. Uh, not gonna risk it. It's unfortunate because like a single land off the top does kind of get me there, but you know what? Nick says I always have it. Let's just go for it. Nick's gonna draw. Oh, Tamio, that's not good. Nick's gonna draw me into. No, that's not good. I should have probably played Delighted Halfling. Now that I think about it, I was thinking Green Pip, but Raphaelos is legendary, so that was a mistake. Okay, I had. Oh, that's cool. Well, unfortunately, I'd have uncounterable Questing Beast if I just led with Delighted Halfling. And it doesn't have Brazen Borrower, so that's good as well. Okay. Have the Evermaya now. Let's see what Nick wants to do about Questing Beast. If anything. Nothing, apparently. Hmm. Okay. I'm just going to stock up. Maybe I find a channel or something for the Ugin. No, but that is a memory lapse for future. Natural order gets either loot if I don't take it, which I'm not. So yeah, I will take this, and I guess I'll take memory lapse as well. Okay, Nick has access to 5 mana currently, but has not played a land drop. I don't know who has the One Ring, but luckily Questing Beast gets around the One Ring. Because Questing Beast says damage can't be prevented. Okay, Coalition Relic. Not the artifact I thought Nick was going to cast. Yep. We're going to crack 2 clues and flip Tamio? Nope. I'm going to Kappa. That's why they weren't cracking clues. That makes a lot of sense. It's too bad that my blue is the creature I need to sack, basically. So let's just play Delighted and Raphaelos. And then we can attack with Questing Beast for 5. If they want to trade, that's fine. They likely will. Okay. And then now I have Memory Lapse for their next play. Oh. Nick didn't get to do the... Nick clicked through his Coalition Relic, but to be fair, it probably didn't matter. I would like for Nick to play something. Because unfortunately, if he doesn't... Okay, that makes me a little bit better. Or makes me feel a little bit better. Because if he didn't, then... Okay, so we are flipping the Tamiyo. That makes sense. Anyways, as I was saying, if he didn't, and he had a counter spell, if I Memory Lapse, he could draw it again. Ooh. Let's just put that back on top. Exile that. Interesting. And then we'll Oko. I could natural order there, but I'm not going to. Just make a food. Yep, Bowmasters kills Noble Hierarch or Raphaelos. Yep. Now I get to steal Bowmaster. Or do I just -2? Probably not.
I found something for you to do.
Hmm. Sorry, Nick. Good game. All right, next game, whatever. Anyways, all right. Well, we know that they have both Tamiyo and Orcish Bowmasters, so Stern Scolding's actually very strong, or it can be, I should say. Phantasmal Image can copy a Bowmasters, and I don't know what they can have for control magic outside of the two I just said, and I don't want to spend 4 mana to take a 1 or 2 mana spell. I do think I'm supposed to cut a forest for an island if I'm going to bring in Stern. I don't want to cut too many forests, as I said previously, because I do want Raphaelos to still be good. Maybe Ugin the Ineffable comes out. Yeah, let's try that. I do want it. I do want the Stern Scolding. And for the record, those keeping track at home, I did hit the land when I needed to, and it was even Ancient Tomb. So, Nick, I guess you're right. This hand, however, does not seem great. We do have an Emrakul that cares about Yard and obviously a Tarmogoyf, but like turn 1 Delighted Halfling into Town Greeter into nothing just does not seem good. If this was Malevolent Rumble, I would keep. But as it sits, I'm going to mulligan. This hand seems like utter garbage. Do I want to go to 5? I don't think I'm going to go to 5. I can cast Loot. It just sucks that I have all 3 of my islands. I guess I don't have all 3 of my islands. I lied to you. Maybe I will draw my channel. That would be great. But the fact that I can cast Loot eventually makes this hand not nothing. But we did see some counter spells from Nick, so it doesn't mean we can resolve the Loot. Nick went to 4. Okay. This plays into a wasteland, but if Nick has a wasteland, Nick has a wasteland. I probably shouldn't have gotten Ketria. I probably should have gotten Steam Vents because Generous End can get Ketria. Ooh. It's Malevolent Rumble. I guess we get Emrakul. Emrakul costs 9. I would love a channel. Channel for Ugin would just be very nice. I will also accept Questing Beasts. It does take me off loot, but that's fine because Questing Beast is just a very fast clock. Also, I don't think he can block it. No, he cannot. Yep, attack with the Ornithopter. There's no reason not to. Emray, please don't hit Kappa. Okay, I did not hit Kappa, and Upheaval's a good way for him to get out of this, so I'm glad that wasn't hit either. They did hit Chromatic Star, though, so that is a draw engine. And of course, we don't know what Agent of Rafine's going to be hitting, unfortunately. But I do get Loot next turn, and Loot does have haste and I think Double Strike. Double Strike, yeah. Haywire might, okay. Okay. Surprised Nick didn't play that after the Haywire might there. Yep. Cycle into blue, try to draw a mana drain. If Nick draws the mana drain, golf clap to you, sir. Yep. Now remember, I have, if Loot lives, I get to use the Black Lotus ability. I could use any of them, but the Black Lotus ability is going to be pretty good here. So that's 6 in the air. I'm currently at 10. Oh, he took an Isika's Chariot. That's very strong. Yep. I could only kill one of the Ornithopters. Okay, I only have 8 mana for the Emrakul anyways. Hmm. Am I supposed to... I don't know if drawing 3 cards does me much. I don't know. I don't know what all is going to do me much here, to be fair, but... I really don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. Um... Sure. Also, the fact that Nick just gets to keep this Haywire Mite because it's not mine, mine's exiled, is really unfortunate. All right. Well, Nick did get there on a mold of 4, so good job, Nick. I'll be on the play game 3. I think with the Emery and everything too, I'm definitely gonna want the Stearns Golding. Like Nick just has a lot of targets. We did draw well, so not complaining, but I think we needed to be just one turn faster. One turn faster probably does it, because Nick was able to attack, I think, at least twice with Rufine, and then the Imperium, obviously, Imperium Thopterist or whatever it's called, and that would have saved us one more turn in the air at least. So, and I chose the 2/2 token because he has to crew the other thing, so it turns 2 creatures into 1 theoretically, and then the Emery, I don't know if that matters. 1 damage versus 2 slash because it's gonna be tapping to draw him a card basically. So either way, none of that matters anymore. I go first, and I have a turn 3 Oko, so we'll keep. I'm not gonna play Haywire my turn 1. I'd rather just guarantee this Oko. Misty's gonna get. Oh, that's annoying. Misty's gonna get Steam Vents probably. Actually, I guess I don't need to get Steam Vents anymore because I drew the island. So I'm gonna get Forest and then exile the whatchamacallit, the clue, which I think if Nick has a counterspell, he's just gonna let me do. Yep. So Nick has a counterspell. I guess I'll just play the stock up. That way, if he doesn't, I still get to do something. But oh, so now I get Memory Lapse and Questing Beast. Yeah, let's get those. Let's see how Nick feels about Rafellos. Remember, I can keep Memory Lapse. Okay. Interesting. Now, we saw that they have Kappa Cannoneer, so that's a reason to keep the clue, but the fact that they didn't kill it either, or bounce it or something, no interaction on turn 3, does kind of question. Oh. I am going to Memory Lapse this. It'll force a mana drain if he has it. I think, maybe not. But if he mana drains Ugin, he mana drains Ugin. I think here I'm just going to do Ugin. Oh. Or am I supposed to just Questing Beast? Let's just exile this Tamiyo. That way, even if they have the counter spell, at least the Tamiyo's dead. Okay, Nick did have the mana drain. Yep, and that's probably going to be used, hopefully, just to crack some clues. Okay. Yep. Now, if he has Kappa, he can still cast it. Chromatic Star, okay. So is he going to draw off the clue again? For black. Okay, what's double black that he cares about? Crabomination. Oh, no. Please hit a Seeker's Chariot. Okay, that could have been worse. But he gets my Ugin. That's crazy. So we still lost to Ugin. Great. I'm glad I took all the Ugins and we're still gonna lose to Ugin. Oh man. Crabomination, man. I guess I should have just played the Oko. I mean the Oko I would have played Questing Beast first. Nick probably counters and then I play the Ugin. I mean the Oko. right, dueling Ugins. Theirs probably wins because he has colorless cards in his deck too. Yep. They also have this Blood Chiefs, which I think kills it anyways. Yeah, it does. Okay. That's what I thought. And they can't currently cast Kappa. They need one more mana or artifact in play. Emporium Thopterist. Okay. Yep. Yeah, that's so good. Good game, Nick. All right, lost to Ugin. Lost to my own Ugin. That's even worse. And it is actually my Ugin. It's not an Agent Rafine, which means my Ugin's over here and they get a copy of it. But either way, hopefully we get a third round. I'll see you next time if we don't. All right, welcome to the bonus round, aka our third round. Hopefully we can redeem ourselves. We are 0-2. Some part my fault, some part variance. Nick and I were discussing that last game, and I think I would have won had I just gone Questing Beast into Oko, but as it sits, obviously we don't know what the Crabomination would have hit moving forward, so like that's the awkward part, but unless Crabomination hit the Ugin out of my hand, I think Questing Beast into Oko would have been good enough. This is a natural order and a stock up and a bunch of stuff, so yeah, we're going to keep this. I'm not going to play Yavimaya. I don't know what Chris is on. So I don't know if Yavimaya helps him or not. So we're just going to play Delighted Halfling and play a turn 2 stock up off Island. And then depending on what happens turn 3, I'll either natural order or play something off of stock up. Okay, so far no islands. That makes me a little bit happier. Is Delighted Halfling dying? Delighted Halfling is not dying. I will stock up. Okay. There's a hole in your plan. That's funny. I don't have red yet, so I don't want the loot. I will take Oko. I could natural order for the loot and just take Primeval Titan, but I think I like Asika's Chariot a little bit better. Especially because I can play it next turn uncounterable. Okay, well now I might just do Titan. Are they going to play a land? Okay, they do have a land. They're shocking. Okay, Esper Sentinel. Okay, so I'm not doing Titan now. Or, okay, because if I do that, it lets them draw a card. I could also just Oko and Elk my Delighted Halfling. This gives flying. I guess I'll just food because I'm going to have to tap the Delighted Halfling for the Esper Sentinel.
Open your heart to the magic that dances around.
Now, we saw a bunch of ways to kill Oko in previous matches, so hopefully Chris doesn't have too many. I don't think we've seen Sheoldred's Edict yet. Yep, combat to Oko. That makes me feel a little bit better.
Why do you cross me?
Oh. Teza's not great. I'm probably going to have to Elk that. Oh no, it exiles. What am I thinking? Okay, I don't think they're playing green, so I'm just gonna play this Yavimaya now. Auto pay. Let's get the Titan. Take action. Ancient Tomb is kind of free, and then I guess the Steam Vents is also kind of free. And then am I just plussing again? I guess it's going to die either way, so let's just Elk the food and attack for 3 and just start racing Chris. Unfortunately, if I Asika's Chariot, it's going to make a food token, not a 3/3 Elk token, because it'll copy the original, what it originally was. But yeah, this Teza is going to get out of control fast. An Ugin would be nice. Oh, Oust. Okay. I was going to say an Ugin would be really nice here. Either Ugin, honestly. If I can Wrath the board for 2 mana, that'd be great. I guess I'd probably want to get rid of their Overlord too, but...
I grace you with my lack of presence.
Get it? He has lack of presence? No. I guess we're going to recast this... we're going to Eternal Witness into Oko, maybe? Let them spend some more energy on it. Oh. That is an Emrakul. That's tough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're 1 off. So this actually might get us there if we can reduce it enough. Let's just auto pay it. Oh, no, I didn't mean auto pay it. I meant the other way around. I'm so stupid. No, that's not what I wanted either. Oh my gosh, I so messed up. I so messed this up. I'm so stupid. Why am I so stupid? Why am I so dumb? Oh, why am I such a dumb? Am I just dead in the air? I think I might just be dead in the air. But I can't do anything about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's just Titan. I messed that up so bad. I don't know. I saw stock up and thought I was taking 2 things for a half a second, and that was obviously not the case. I cannot afford to attack now, and I think Teza might kill me. 8. I can block. It's 11. Okay, so I'm at 1 if they jump a Demi. In which case I'm probably dead if... unless Chris has like a Wrath effect that I can use after casting Emrakul. Okay, yep. I will be going to 1 unless I mathed bad. Do they want to draw a card off the lens? Probably not. Okay. Yep. Oh, Ugin. Okay. Just -5 Ugin. If If they have Reprieve, they have Reprieve. I know they don't have Mana Tithe. Now they should sack a Demi because of Luris. And I'm not going to attack in case they have a removal spell. Oh no, I guess I should have attacked for 3 first. I guess that was bad. I'm still not going to attack with anything. I meant if they had 1 removal spell, but now they can't have any removal spell, or otherwise we're just dead. But we can kill the Ademi next turn if they don't. Nice. That kills us. Yep, that kills us because this gets haste. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Unfortunate. We almost got there. That Ugin was almost enough. All right. So we're never going to be able to take a Demi, but a Demi gets countered by Stern Scolding, I believe. Because I think it's a 0-2, isn't it? I don't 100% remember. I don't think I want anything else in here. I guess they are playing a bunch of value creatures. I might want the Phantasmal, but I'm not going to take it. Didn't see a whole lot of things I care to Haywire might, so let's just make this change. Yeah, that Ugin was a very good draw. It just wasn't enough. Are we at the 1-4 this draft? Technically 0-3 in games played. This seems so bad. Mulligan. I love the Stern Scolding, but it's not worth keeping just for that. Let's keep 6. Let's get back an island. We don't need double blue. And I want to go get Ketria Triumph with Generous Ent. And I'm just going to cycle it now. Just F6 laziness, I guess. Get the Ketria. Probably going to play the Ketria turn 2. I don't think I need the Towns Greeter turn 2. I guess I could, and then if I mill something I want, then I have Eternal Witness, and then I can cycle this later if I keep drawing lands, because this is going to probably get me a land, unless it doesn't. That's abysmal. That's ouchies. All right, so I'm playing this Ketria Triumph. Oh no, they even took the Eternal Witness. Okay, Chris, I see you. Okay, well, the loot is gone, so I'm actually just gonna cycle the Ketria Triumph. I assume I'm not getting back the Eternal, but whatever. Unfortunately, we're trading 0 damage for 1 damage. Maybe I'll get to Ugin eventually. I doubt it, though. Strip Mine is just so bad for me, and so is Baragoyf. Hey, look, a land. Oh, look, a memory lapse right on time. Oh, they milled the Tezo with the Shattering. Okay. Yep. Strip mine my island. Go right ahead. I will cast this memory lapse on literally anything. Alright, and if this doesn't scream strip mine me, I don't know what does. Because now I'm a land from casting Ugin. Especially not blocking. I assume Chris will be strip mining me. Strip mine me, Chris. And then I'll draw Ancient Tomb. Doesn't strip mine me. All right, land. Yes. What does he have in here? Nothing. Okay. Ancient Tomb was next. That's funny. Oh man, that's really funny. I know technically the basic land was the literal next draw, but Ancient Tomb was the following, which is kind of cool. Yep. Let's see what I draw. A whole lot of nothing. Well, Ugin's not dead yet. And at this point, I can cast the other Ugin. If I draw it. Dang. Okay, well, I'm definitely going to be blocking the Luris anyways. Ugin. 8 mana Ugin. Off the top. Wrap the board. Even if he strip mines me, I still have 8 mana. I think I'm going to wait for the Ugin. Ugin the Ineffable. Okay, and that'll kill something, and then Ugin will exile something. Okay, and then Ugin doesn't die. No, because then he does the other thing, but that's probably still fine. If I uptick Ugin... What does upticking Ugin do? Gains me 3, but that doesn't matter. I draw a card. This goes to 5. Still dies in the air. Yeah, let's do this. They have the Ademi, but they can't cast it currently. Or they can't activate it, I mean. Got that Ugin now. Okay. I guess I'm supposed to just plus. Because they have the Ademi, and I just want to wrath them with the other Ugin. Yep. Don't thought seize me. He can kill either Ugin currently, but he has to choose. Obviously, he's going to choose the Eye, I would believe. Eye of the Storms Ugin, I would imagine. Oh, choosing that one. Interesting that he chose that one. Does he have the Sheoldred's Edict to make me sack the other one? Oh no, he just replay. Okay, well that was free anyways. Okay. So 3. All right. That strip mine bought me into this. Obviously, Nick doesn't know, or not Nick. Chris doesn't know it's in my hand, but let's play this because I don't want to flip this. I want him to think that it's nothing, so that when it does matter, he's dead. I'll take the memory lapse so I have it for next time. Yeah, let's bolt. I should have done that before the Asikas. I don't know what I was thinking. That was definitely not optimal at all. Yeah, I liked everything we did. Let's continue doing it, I guess. Phantasmal Image again is another one I'm thinking about, but I do like Chris's avatar. That's pretty cool. No, 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 no. This is so close. I'm gonna mull. Okay, this is better. Keep put back memory lapse, I guess. Hopefully I draw a forest. That is a forest I drew. Play anything. Play literally anything. If he doesn't play anything, I'll probably just... Okay, that's fine. Yep. All right. Good luck. Yep. Luckily, I have the mana to bolt that, so that's what I'll be doing. Okay, yep. Good game, Chris. All right, at least we got one of them, but I think only because Chris chose not to strip mine me, so I'll go talk to him about that now. All right, well, that wasn't exciting. We ended up, what, technically 2-2 thanks to the bonus game. Not being able to play round one was kind of disappointing, but we only had 7. That's fine. We had 8 the previous 2 weeks. I'm not complaining. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys had fun watching. I definitely made a lot of errors, and I don't know why I've been doing that lately. I feel like I've just been making a lot more errors than I have previously. So I guess I just need to focus a little bit more, maybe. I don't know. But I definitely am not playing to the standard that I hold myself at. Maybe part of it, not trying to make up excuses, but I haven't been playing Paper Magic at all since I moved to Indianapolis. And outside of this Arena Cube, I don't really play Magic other than that. So basically, all these videos you guys keep seeing, that's my entire time playing Magic. So it might be because I'm playing less Magic in general, talking about less Magic, talking to people, watching less videos on Magic. That probably has something to do with it, I'm sure. But I do enjoy doing this, so I'm going to keep doing it regardless. And hopefully you guys keep watching. So either way, I hope hopefully I'll do better than 2-2 in the next draft, and I have more at the time of recording. Maybe this comes up after all these, so not relevant. But I'll have more powered cube coming up soon. So you guys have a good night. Bye.